Pro-Wike 27 sacked lawmakers of the Rivers State House of Assembly remain sacked. Their seat remains vacant, as appeal court didn't decide on the validity of their illegal decampment nor the declaration of their seats vacant. The appeal court focused today on declaring that the Federal High Court is the court with jurisdiction to decide on the issues that were earlier on brought before the Rivers State High Court.
Thank you so much. I'm your producer, Great. Nigerians need to pray. May God deliver Nigeria from the hand of confused judiciary. Nigerian judiciary is now turning to a cog in the wheel of progress of Nigeria. What we have now in Nigeria is what is called rule by law, a system whereby the law is interpreted to serve a particular purpose, a particular interest, to favor a particular individual. So, the same provision can be given different interpretation depending on who is involved, depending on whose interest will be served. That is where Nigeria is now. And it's so unfortunate. You can see what is playing out in Rivers State, where lawmakers will defect to APC. And it's as if the judiciary want to stand logic on its head. The Constitution is clear as to what happened when such defection occurs. The Constitution is clear. But you can see conflicting pronouncements. Their names are still in PDP membership register. There is no identity card indicating that they are now in APC. There is no membership register of APC that contains their name. You did not tender it. You hear different things. You see, there are two men with tremendous influence over the judiciary. Two men with tremendous influence over the judiciary in Nigeria. Tinubu is number one, followed by Misuse. From the time of ACN, when you had Salami as the presiding judge of Court of Appeal, when governorship petition ends with Court of Appeal, up till today, it's a tale of war. Nigeria is in deep trouble. You can see what happened when Wike was governor of Rivers State. He will build a structure for the Ministry of Justice. Ordinarily, it's the Attorney General and Minister for Justice that will go and commission such projects. Whether it's Nigerian Law School or whatever, it should be the Attorney General and Minister for Justice that should go and receive it from the Rivers State government on behalf of the federal government. But the chief judge will go. And after, you will see judges, judicial workers in a social event, either gala night or this, being hosted by politicians. In civilized society, it can never happen. In civilized society.
Of the vaulting ambition of one man, that our constitutional democracy and constitutional march should be retarded. That somebody is fighting, and because of his desperation, he gets some young men in the House of Assembly to jump into another political party when there was no division, in their desperate way to force Fubara out of office unconstitutionally. And suddenly they realized the stupidity in their action. And then suddenly they are running around all courts in Nigeria so that our court will say what? Our court will void those provisions of our constitution. Is that going to be a progress? That lawmakers can jump ship at any time they like and then remain in office, even when there is no prevailing need or reason for that. That is what we are fighting for. That is what this matter is all about. An attempt to undermine our constitutional march. And these are the things that led to crisis. If you remember, those days, both in the Western Regional House of Assembly, so that even led to a crisis and military coup.
As in Wike is in Abuja now, there is nothing Wike will not build for the judiciary. Even when the judges are comfortable where they are, Wike will definitely build a separate mansion for them. There is money, more than enough, to build anything for the judiciary. From Court of Appeal to Supreme Court, more than enough. Multi-billion naira mansion will soon be erected. But there is no money to pay minimum wage. No money. That's what you see. Projects that serve personal interests. Personal interests. That's what the politicians are pursuing. So, you hear of Senator Bukachua telling you how his colleagues approach him. They approach him because his wife was the presiding judge of the Court of Appeal. And so when his colleagues approach him, he encroached on the liberty. He encroached on this independence. He encroached on the decision. There is no manner of encroachment politicians will not make as long as they have somebody who is there among the judges. There is no manner of encroachment. The story as told by Bukachua himself, Senator Bukachua. And you hear the Senate President telling him, no, don't go that way. It is not good now. Don't go that way. Distinguished Senator, don't go that way. Somebody will encroach on their decision, encroach on their reasoning, encroach on their views, encroach on their interpretation, encroach on their understanding, encroach. There is no type of encroachment politicians will not make as long as they have somebody among the judges. They will make all manner of encroachment. And you will hear strange pronouncements that even primary school children will be angry. The nations will be laughing at Nigeria. That's why we do not know whether lawmakers defected from PDP to APC, and we do not know what is the constitutional implication of that defection when PDP is not in crisis. We do not know again. The judges do not know again.
But like I always say, it's like somebody dies and is certified dead by the general hospital. And you say, no, it is the specialist hospital that should have certified him dead. To me, the important thing is that the man is dead. Just like today, those people are former members of Rivers State House of Assembly by the pronouncement of the Constitution. Not anybody, not a court. The Constitution said so. And when the Constitution speaks, everybody, including the Supreme Court, listens. Once you change your political party in Nigeria today, and you are a legislator, you automatically, it doesn't need any pronouncement, you lose your seat.
So, in the days ahead, you will hear so many strange pronouncements that have no place in law, just to serve a particular interest. You can see what they told us during the presidential election petition. A judge will have a document before him. that document, on the face value of it, the Constitution has been brazenly violated. Because under no circumstances whatsoever will INEC upload a blank paper, print it out, and satisfy it as a true copy of the document used to collect results. Then you bring a truckload of it before judges who said they read law. You will bring INEC ICT director and hand over a copy of the blank paper to him. Can we know the scores of the parties? He said there is nothing written on it. Then the judges will go ahead and tell you duly elected. They will pretend as if those documents, those blank papers, were never presented before them. They will pretend. They will pretend as if they do not know the implication that blank paper already violates the Constitution. You don't call for weakness. When the document before you already violates the law, you don't call for weakness. You don't call for the petitioners to prove anything again when the document before you already violates the Constitution. If you see typex on the result sheet, the Constitution, the law has been violated. If you see alteration on the result sheet, you don't need a witness anymore. You don't need any monitor. You don't need anybody to tender any authentic result sheet because the one before you had already violated the Constitution, the law. But not in Nigeria. Not in Nigeria. We need to educate the judges. That's the problem we have. We have come to the stage whereby we need to accept responsibility to go back and begin to teach judges jurisprudence, what the law says, how to go about it, and ensure you grant justice. We need to go back. That is the reality facing us as a nation. That is why if a case goes to court, you can never predict what will be the outcome. It doesn't matter how you understand the provisions of the law. You can never predict what will be the outcome. Because the interpretation will definitely serve entrenched interest. God save Nigeria. We will not give up. May it please you to share this video and subscribe to this channel.